When I was the baby boy, my mama used to tell me these crazy things. Anyway, give everybody second to another impromptu. 1 day left, man. 1 day of driving left. It's a lot of goddamn ground to cover, bruh. If no one joins, I'll go ahead and talk my shit and say what I was gonna say, and then leave it for later. I know it's late. We got in late, got dinner late, and yeah, I thought it was important to check in with one more day left, and we home, man. Finally, fucking finally. So yeah, we got about 9 hours left of driving. About 9 hours. Hey, if you ain't never done cross country, that shit is no goddamn fucking joke, man. Holy shit. And now, most of the time we had done a good job of sharing drive time, and today, for whatever reason, Jenna was just on a mission, and she did the heavy lifting today. So I'm gonna try to do a majority of the driving tomorrow as we get back into Indiana and get home, man, and get fucking home. So now today was another peaceful drive, and we had a blast driving together. We Today was the probably the longest we were in the car during the trip. Hey, what's up, Mark? Good to see you. And obviously, I won't share it publicly, but Jenna shared with me the message you sent her earlier, and I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your encouragement and everything you said. As the Christians would say, yes and amen. Let the church say amen. I appreciated that. But no, she's fast asleep, and oh man, I can't tell you how. What's up, Brilliant? Well, I was getting ready to hit that. I'll get to the music here in a minute, but I can't tell you guys. For those here now and those that watch this later, and I know Jenna will watch this later as well. I can't tell you how. Well, number one, how proud of this woman I am, especially after Friday night, but through this whole experience and being where we're at, and tomorrow being home together, how proud of her I am, but also how fucking happy I am to see her fucking happy and smiling, and not having to worry about what's next and what do I have to explain off next and what excuses do I have next to be me. What do I, how do I explain away just being me? It's, oh man, it's beautiful seeing her smile and enjoy that. It's fucking amazing. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate that. And I just pulled up the live chat. Are we there yet? We're about 9 hours away, maybe 9.5 hours away. We do have plans to stop and see Kyle Brewer as we go through Indianapolis. But that's just about an hour and a half away from Fort Wayne, so that's not a big deal. So we're almost there. We're on the home stretch. We're on the home stretch, and we can both sense it and feel it. And yeah, it's and yes, Jenna is a lighthouse to my universe, my world. That's a goddamn fact. And let me pull this up here. Where the super chat? Not super chat. Where'd the chat go? Mark, I'm actually doing I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well because it does me well to see her doing well. And just in this, so if we left Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday-ish, having 3-4 days where that toxicity isn't injected on almost a daily basis, to just see her be able to fucking smile and not have to try to duck that shit and avoid that shit and just it does me well. It does me well. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm good because she's good, and I'm loving and enjoying every moment of watching her be able to walk away from that and find herself and find her happy and find her authentic self. That is so rewarding. It's so rewarding just watching that. And if I get to pull, Tina, and you know what? I probably am much happier because most days I was concerned. I was worried about her, and now I know why. After which we'll talk about probably next week when we do a live about this whole experience. Almost on a daily basis, I worried about what she was going to have to encounter and what she was going to have to fight through, and how from such a great distance, how could I best be a support and be a soft place for her to land. So yes, I am very fucking happy. I am very fucking happy that now I know she's free from all that shit, and she can fucking be her, and that's what matters most to me. And somebody asked, or somebody not asked, somebody mentioned, I can't scroll up now because I'm on my phone and not on StreamYard or whatever, but somebody said something about crank the music up. And that, Afrohumanist is here, and I'm gonna get to this in a second. And I'm glad I didn't get to it yet because now she's here. Before I do, somebody talked about turning the music up. One of the things that we found out on this trip, which these are those little things that you find out once you start spending more like real lifetime, like real one-on-one time with each other. We fucking love to jam and sing in the car. We love to jam and sing in the car. And I don't even know how many, and I'm not bullshitting, I don't know how many hours as we approached, where are we at? Now we're in Missouri. I can't remember. Joplin. We're in Joplin, Missouri. How many of the last couple hours we just went through and we found our favorite songs, whether it's Post Malone or what, whatever, and just fucking singing our little atheist hearts out and just jamming out together. And it was so fucking fun and so surreal and so beautiful. And yeah, I don't even know what other words to use for it, but it was just those moments where it's like this is right. This is right. And it was fucking beautiful. So yeah, we've had a blast on this trip, and we took our time on purpose. This really could have been a 2, maybe 3 day trip, but we've taken our time on purpose and enjoyed every moment together. And yeah, it's been beautiful. It's been fucking amazing. And I was going to mention this before I signed off, and since the Afrohumanist Esther is here, I wanted to make sure I said this when I gave this update. First and foremost, Esther, Jen and I both fucking love and adore you and appreciate you. And what you did tonight, or earlier tonight, we both had big smiles on our face and also tears in our eyes at the same time, just because of the love and the love and appreciation that you demonstrated for her and for myself. And you know, like you said, and I completely agree, it's not always about it's not always about the money or the monetary support. Sometimes just knowing that you have when I say fans, I mean, you know, friends in your corner, cheering you on, rooting you on, and that meant the fucking world to us. So thank you so much, and we love you and appreciate you for doing that. And anybody and everybody that showed up in that chat, just and not only that was 2 hours, that was her part of her shift driving, that her and I, while you were streaming and you guys were talking, her and I just reflecting on the things that we've done together, whether it was better or different streams on YouTube or different rants that she had or different rants that I had, and just being able to talk about memories and all that leading up to what will be her and I being fucking home together tomorrow night. So that was badass. Obviously, we didn't even know you were doing that. We had just, like, I think it was like 6 minutes before you were getting ready to start your stream, we had pulled off the highway to get gas, use the restroom, do the damn thing. And I came back out to the car, and she was like, babe, look at this. And I was like, what? Like, I for a minute, I had a bit of panic. I was like, what? She was like, look what she's doing. And she showed me her phone with Esther's stream pulled up. So, no, mad love, and we appreciate all of y'all. We appreciate the support and the love. And like I said, Jenna's fast asleep. She is a much earlier goer to better. I don't even know how you say that. I'm nocturnal. I have insomnia. She does not. So she's knocked the fuck out. Getting her beauty sleep, and I'm winding because I'm doing the night shifts because that's what I do as the as the insomniac. So I cover the night shifts driving. But what's up, Pat? Anybody else that joined? It's hard for me to see the live chat when I'm doing this from my phone, so I apologize if I miss anybody. But I just want to check in before her and I have our official live stream. It probably won't be till the first of next week, because once I get back, well, it just depends. I'm supposed to be doing some promotional stuff for the guys I DJ with and write with on Wednesday. If that doesn't happen, you might see us Wednesday. If not, it probably won't be till Sunday or Monday. But her and I have already talked about it and discussed what we did or didn't want to share, and we both agreed we're just going to put it all out there because I think there's a lot of people, whether it's the long distance dating, and long distance dating, and learning to trust and put yourself out there, and some of the other things that are including having an adult romantic relationship, long distance, all that. We're going to put all the way out there, but we're also going to talk about the family bullshit, and especially this last Friday. Probably a lot of the focus will be on this last Friday when everything kind of came to a head, so to speak, and no pun intended, but when I went face to face with her mom and her sister, which have been her biggest critics. See, I want to talk about, but I'm going to stop myself because I want her present when we talk about it. But even from the get-go, I knew they were against me. That's all I'm going to say. I knew they were against me the moment they walked in the building. But I'll leave it as a cliffhanger, because the only other thing I'll say is Jen and I left them with their heads spinning. That's all I'll say. That's all I'm gonna say until both of us are together. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I just want to do one for our adopted family, Tang Gang, and those that hang out with us and chill with us. Give the one final update before we do get home and chronicle this, so to speak, and even for her and I to have this, as we look back, years from now or whatever. But also let everybody know we're safe, we're good, and we're almost home, motherfuckers. We're almost home, and there's a few other ideas and everything that we've been talking about for the channel that I'm excited about. And one of the things, and this, I guess it was caused. It's been caused by her and I both being away from our computers, and really, via YouTube or whatever, only being able to, like, I've streamed twice. Once last night or the night before, and then tonight just to give updates. But other than that, being like completely withdrawn and removed from streaming, other than these short updates, is dedicating more time to preparation, that kind of thing. Now, I'm never going to get away from the. I'm all about spontaneity, but there's other things that need to be planned better, and that's one of the things that I've been, making notes for and everything. So this has brought about some very healthy things as far as the channel is concerned, and her and I just planning and bouncing things off each other. And we'll get into that more. Yeah, and we're, holy shit, what is that? That's one thing I've learned being in these other states. Look, I'm from Indiana, and I've really spent most of my years in the Midwest, especially except for like, I want to say like 3 months or whatever. I lived in Houston, Texas, for like 3 months. Man, these motherfucking animals. These motherfucking animals are everywhere. Like, just fucking everywhere. Like, you see coyotes, fucking, not here, obviously in Missouri, but like the other southern state, like fucking elk and fucking horses. How do you say horse plural? Horses. I've had a couple drinks. Like, just fucking animals walking down the roads and shit. Walking down the, and then just now I said, what the fuck is it? Like, I'm sitting, you can see, I'm sitting in a hotel parking lot, and there's just this little, and we're not in the city, but we're in Missouri. Little fucking coyote just walking through the parking lot. Anyhoot, as Jenna would say, anyhoot. Yeah, I'm not used to that shit. Not used to it. Yes, Hellbound Hillbilly, if I can speak. Yep, we's in Joplin. I was trying to get to Springfield tonight, but the more I looked at it, I was like, I'm hungry, and I know she's getting tired. Let's stop at Joplin, because that's another 2 hours or so. So we decided to stop here, and not much to speak of here in Joplin. We went to the IHOP because we got in here super late, and we were the only ones there, and our server checked on us one time, I think it was, maybe once, other than taking our order. Yeah, not a lot to speak of, but again, it's just more time for us to hang out and chill and talk, so it was all good. But yeah, it's been we've had an adventure. I'll say that. We've had a blast together. Like I said, singing, rapping, all that together, talking about the channel, talking about our friends, plans for better. Oh, you're in Springfield. well, damn it, I should have kept driving. I should have kept fucking driving. We've had a blast, but here's, I'll just put myself out there. I do not, and if anyone else, how do I want to say this? If anyone listening now or later has a desire to own this sort of property or live this kind of lifestyle, do you? Yes and amen. As a Christian would say, yes and amen. Do what you do. But as we were driving through Arizona, there was a stretch where I timed it. I fucking timed it, y'all. I fucking timed it. It was almost 2 hours between not seeing civilization, but just seeing a gas station. Like 2 fucking hours. And I timed it. I was driving. I timed the shit. And every once in a while here, set back in the mountains, there's this little house or this little hut or this little whatever. You know, where obviously people are there, people are living, there's vehicles there. I'm like, why the fuck? Now remember, I'm a city boy, like 100. I'm a city boy. I'm like, what the fuck is the appeal of living 2 hours away from nothing or anything? Why would you do that to yourself? You know, so we had fun talking about that. And to each their own. Like, some people love that shit. And live and let live. Like, do you. Do you. If that's what you're into, do that. But that blows my goddamn mind. That you, like, there's 1.5 hours, 2 hours, whatever it was, between gas stations. Not just civilization, just gas stations. Blew my goddamn mind. So those are some of the one-off conversations we had. Tina, I get it. Living 2 hours away from stupid people. If there's a way we could diagnose it and drill it down to just 2 hours away from stupid people, but I'm not 2 hours away from not stupid people. But see, we can't do that. We can't do that. So I don't have a. I guess I don't have skin in the game at that point. But yeah, that shit blew my mind. And then the last thing I'll say before we go, and I kind of talked about the other night, there's now that I'm away from religion, Christianity, faith, there's now that I can think of. There's really only one thing that I fear, that I actually have, that I'm scared of in this life, and that is heights. I don't do heights. I don't do heights. And the quick story why, so you understand, is when I was probably my youngest son's age, like 10 years old, right around there. All my cousins are older than me. Long story short, we went to a county fair, and they were all tall enough to get in the pirate ship ride. You know, you go to the carny, it's like goes up and down, or back and forth, whatever. I wasn't tall enough yet, but I wasn't like crying, but I was angry. Like, I was visibly angry that I couldn't ride with my cousins. Well, the carny was like, oh, go ahead, get on there. Just sit in between your cousins. So now I'm all excited, right? I get on the ride, and it gets like the third or fourth swing in, like, whoosh, and like third, fourth, fifth, whatever it was, doesn't matter. He gets up, and I literally flip into the seat in front of us when we're all the way at the top of one of the swings. And I have a death grip on the lap bar in the seat of us. And all I remember in that moment is my grandma and my aunt that were not on the ride, but were on, outside watching, screaming at their top of the lungs to stop the ride. That's all I remember. And they had to like peel my arms off of the lap bar. And after that, y'all, I'm not even playing. I can barely get on like a 3 or 4 step, like not a ladder, but like a stepping stool without like questioning if I'm going to die. And that may seem like an exaggeration. And I know I'm not going to die, but it's still very like my knees get weak. Like it fucks with my head. It fucks with my head. So I share that because we start going through these mountains and like, it's like, as you're going up, you don't realize you're going up, especially when I'm not from there. I've never drove through those mountains. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You don't realize you're going up. Guess what, motherfuckers? You're going up. So we're going up, we're going up, we're going up. Well, eventually, as we know, when you go up, eventually you got to come down. And oh my God. When we got to the other side, whatever, it started to go down, and it looked like a direct drop off. And I'm sure Jen and I will talk about this again. I literally had to take a hoodie and put it over this, because she was driving. I had to put it over the passenger window to not see what was on the side of me, which was like a direct drop, because like I was feeling sick and my anxiety went through the roof. I thought I was going to die. And now as you're going down the mountain, it's like you got to keep like tapping your brakes, and now there's all these curves, and all that's going through my brain is, are the brakes going to go out? What if the brakes go out? What if the brake pads are bad? What if something goes on with the wheels? Then we're fucked. We're all going to die. It was terrible. It was terrible. And that's the only thing that I could think of anyway in my life where I get petrified, man, and that I'm actually scared to death of is heights and just falling and plummeting to this. I mean, I guess it would be a quick death, but oh God, it scares the shit out of me. It scares the fucking shit out of me. But I'm sure it'll be more funnier, more entertaining to hear Jenna give her side of that. But yeah, we've experienced that a few times on our trips, or on this trip. What goes up must come down. But specifically about the mountains, yeah, that was. I hate that shit. I hate heights, man. You want to see my anxiety go through the roof? Introduce me to anything that I don't feel like my feet are on the ground, or that I'm not in control of heights and the speed going down a hill or whatever, and I freak the fuck out. But we did a great job managing it. We turned music on. I refocused, put the fucking hoodie over the fucking window so I didn't have to see the shit. But other than that, it's been well, even that we had fun. We had fun distracting me from my fear. But yeah. Yeah, it's Mark. It's you're probably right, Mark. It's not the fear of the heights. It's the sudden stop at the bottom. Is probably it's the fear of that. You know what? That would be an interesting conversation. Completely side rail this. That'd be an interesting conversation or study or whatever, because there is that. But I'm also one. I'm so terrified of heights. Like if I go to, it's been years now since I went to any type of sports game, sports event, indoor sports event, whatever. Because really about a year or two, about a year before I officially came out and left faith and left religion, I stopped watching all sports. Before that, I was a huge sports nut. But even then, like I would look, I could be at a basketball game, a professional basketball game, and be on the floor, like my feet are on the floor, my ass is in a chair, and look up at the ceiling, and I would feel nauseous just looking at how high up that was. So at that point, it's not really a fear of the crash, it's the fear of how high that is. That would be an interesting conversation. But anywho, that has nothing to do with why I started this. But yeah, I guess the last thing I'll say is, man, I'm so fucking proud of Jenna, and I know you guys already know how amazing she is, and just wait until you see the smile on this woman's face. And I'm going to tell you that yes, we're happy together, obviously, but this happy, I have zero issues with saying it has nothing. I mean, obviously, I'm helping, and I love her, and she knows that, and being the support, like that's there. But this is her finding her. It's so fucking beautiful to watch. It's so fucking beautiful to watch. And when you guys get to see this huge, beautiful, happy smile on screen, oh man, it's amazing. It's amazing to watch and amazing to experience. And like I said earlier, I wanted to pop here and on here again. You know, wanted to say hi, give everybody an update. We love y'all, appreciate y'all, and also to chronicle, this for, for her, for I, but mostly for, for her, that she has these moments to look back at, and she has every reason to be proud. And I know I am. I know all of you are proud of her, and God damn it, she's a soldier, man. She's a soldier, and she deserves all the happiness and all the joy that she's experiencing right now. So, yeah, the last thing I'll say, just to put the what do they say? To put a bow on it. Put a bow on it is the return of Jenna's show. # not ladylike. January 22nd. You probably ain't gonna miss that one. Obviously before that, her and I will have our stream, together talking about our experience, but that will be her first stream solo, where she just gets to be raw and be real, all by herself, and talk her shit, and do that damn thing. And I can't wait for that. I can't wait to listen to that. So, yeah, it's gonna be badass. It's gonna be badass. So, I appreciate y'all, love y'all, and yes, really, absolutely. And the first 2 days after I thought about it, I was like, man, I should at least do like a quick half hour, or so update, let people know where we're at, know that we're safe and everything. So I appreciate you saying that. And so I've been trying to do that since that thought hit my ADHD brain. But thank you guys for your love and your support for Jenna, for myself, for the channel, everything. And yes, we're like 9 hours away, 9-ish hours away from home, motherfuckers. And yes, I have a huge grin on my face as well. So, yeah, I think, as Jenna would say, for now, that's it. And that's all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And I think the next time you see me, you're going to see that beautiful face right next to me in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So, again, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Tang gang.